What's going on, guys? Welcome back. And today I'm going to be continuing my series of revisiting the Star Wars saga with Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Now, I know I don't have music playing in the background, but I've been copyrighted, not like copyright striked, but people have copyright claimed me on my past videos, I've realized. In one of my most recent videos, my Revenge of the Sith review, got a copyright because I played music from the film, so from now on, I'm going to avoid playing, copyrighted music in the background of my videos. Sorry about that. You won't have music in the background, but just I'd rather avoid getting copyrighted, you know. I think it's kind of stupid because like I'm found the audio clips off of YouTube. But anyway, let's get into the movie, Rogue One itself. So Rogue One, I remember seeing it in the theater, and I really loved it. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was better than Force Awakens, and which was the only other Disney Star Wars movie we had at the time. And what do I think about it now that we've had like almost 4 years, I think, 3 years to look back on it and like reminisce and actually think more about it. I know this is one that a lot of people who hate the sequel trilogy and the Disney Star Wars like theme, they really like this one, and I can understand why. But honestly, for me, it's kind of a mixed bag. It's okay. The beginning of it has a pretty good opening. It's a pretty dark tone. I like the tone. I like the setting of the film. Looking back on it once again with an open mind, thinking about it critically and thinking about it from that angle. The opening is very dark. I like the tone. I like the tone that you never really get to see. This timeline of the Empire and how dark the world is. You get to see a little bit of that in Solo in kind of the beginning of that movie, but they really delve into it here, and I really like the tone of the movie. I like the style. I like the direction. The cinematography is really good. And once again, this kind of rush towards the beginning. Once you get past the opening scene, it's like it's literally jumping back to planets like in seconds, and it's very confusing. Honestly, it was like, what the frick is going on? So they keep jumping around, introducing you to new characters, and the characters will introduce themselves, and it's like, "Hi, I'm a K2SO. I'm a reprogrammed Imperial droid," and they'll literally like introduce themselves and like something about themselves, and it's kind of like really bad, honestly. And the script in this movie is not very good. The best writing, I think, comes for these kind of different characters, like K2SO is like voiced by Alan Tudyk and Chirrut Imwe. Those two characters, I think, are really given the best writing in the movie. The characters like Bodhi Rook, the pilot, are like, because they just call him the pilot. He's just an incredibly underwritten character, and he's not very good. The musical score by Michael Giacchino is actually really excellent. I know they were forced to compose it in like a month, but like, could I compose something that's good in a month? No, it's not really necessarily the most memorable Star Wars soundtrack, but it's excellent for what they're going for. There are some characters that are just kind of like plot devices, like Saga is just like, here, I'll show you this message, now I'm gonna die, bye! And they're just characters like that are like, okay, like, bye, you're dead now. Krennic is not a very intimidating villain. He's just kind of screaming at people all the time. He's like, this is my achievement! And it's like, okay, great. Like, you're not an intimidating villain. The villain that is intimidating, however, is Darth Vader, and he's excellent. Once again, there's 2 scenes with him in this movie, and the final, like, scene of the movie includes him, and it's honestly, like, the most ultimate Darth Vader fan service scene, but it's excellently done. The music, the timing of the music with the alarm going off, like, meow, meow, and then he turns on the lightsaber and just starts slaughtering the rebels. That's excellent stuff. And the whole third act of this movie is really excellent as well. The emotional beats really hit when the characters start to die, I feel. When, you see them kind of starting, it's very interesting to see them trying to transmit the plans up to the rebels, and just each of them, getting knocked off the list one by one, and seeing how their deaths kind of affect each other, especially with Chirrut and Baze. That made me tear up a little bit upon rewatching it. And, Krennic getting, karma by getting blasted by the Death Star. That's pretty cool as well. But yeah, like, the whole finale of this movie is pretty excellent, but, like, and it left me on a fulfilling note, but I have to judge it as a whole picture, and the whole beginning setup of this movie, the whole, really, like, first 2 quarters of it, which is definitely first 2 quarters is a half, so the first half of this movie is not, I wouldn't say necessarily a drag, but the writing is pretty, like, off kilter, or just not very good, and characters are introduced pretty poorly. But when you get to the finale, it's pretty good, and it's definitely gets pretty entertaining, and pretty emotional just seeing, this is like what these people are willing to go to, the lengths these people are willing to go to just get some plans up to the rebels. Like, you realize, like, what they're trying to do is transmit a box up to the rebels, and it cost this much. It's very impactful, honestly, and it does add to the dramatic, I guess, kind of adds to the backstory of A New Hope. Like, wow, now we get this. It's pretty interesting. So, it's not a great movie. It's got some good. It's got some bad. It's just okay. Rogue One, I'd say it's okay. I'd give it a B as a rating. I'd probably give it like 6.5 out of 10. 6.5, maybe a 7. I'm leaning more towards a 6.5. Just let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. Yeah, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. But yeah, you guys please let me know all your thoughts in the comments below, and we're going to be continuing the series next with A New Hope coming up very soon. Looking forward to doing that. But yeah, just please, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye.